Did someone order a double serving of dimples? So yes. Well, here you go. Thank you. Wha-bam. Wha-bam. Did I do that right? Hey, girl. Hello, my beautiful Aries. How are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca, and I'm going to be doing your weekly love reading between you and your person. Now, keep in mind though, put things in perspective. I'm just a man reading some tarot cards. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could, Aries, so take the cards that resonate and leave what doesn't. If you do find a card that does resonate with you and speak to you, I would love to hear about it. Let me know how the card pertains to you and in what way, because that's how I keep up with you, Aries. Now, ultimately though, tarot cards are meant to give you perspective. It's up to you to make the final decision. This week, in any type of week, I always am just giving a perspective of what I see going on from tarot's perspective and connecting to just the general energy of things. But again, ultimately, you have to make the decision for yourself. I'm just here to present to you what Spirit wants to tell me. I'm never going to tell you or help you make a decision, because that's up to you, because you're an adult, right? So let's jump into your reading now, Aries. We're going to be tapping into your energies. We're going to be tapping into your person's energies, and then just the overall messages, right? So on your side of things, we have the Queen of Cups coming in. So you're in this place, Aries, where I feel like it's I feel almost like, Aries, you're ready for love. You're almost like a based off of their 10 of Wands energy. It's one of those situations of where it's like, I see, Aries, where it's like you see this person struggling, you want to help them, but you're waiting for them to ask for help first. You don't want, what this Queen of Cups is letting me know is like, you don't want to put yourself out there first, but once you realize it's either like safe to do so, or you know that it's going to be received well, or you just want this other person to realize that they I don't want to say need you, because we don't want to put it into that like reliance, right? But like that they want you, that's when you'll open up. But until then, you're just going to remain independent, because you don't want to not be in a position of power, I feel like. And on their side of things, they're dealing with a lot. So it may feel as if like right now for you, Aries, you're in this position of where it's just like, maybe you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do with this situation with this person, but the overall energy of things is the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So maybe, again, you don't know what to do, because this is like a completely new thing for you to deal with right now, Aries, I feel. The Seven of Pentacles, what this usually means in the upright is like, you know, harvesting like a good, like after like a good investment in something. So it's like, you know, putting down those seeds and just doing good long-term investments. When it's in the inverted like this, it feels almost as if like no one, like everything feels like kind of in the air in terms of this connection, Aries. So let's just jump into this reading, shall we, with the clarifiers. Now, the clarifiers that we have for the Queen of Cups so far, on your side of things, again, remember, Aries, Four of Cups. So again, it's like you're just watching this person, you're watching this connection, and I don't even know, dare I say, if you're looking at this person in specific, or you're just like in general feel like you're waiting for something, waiting for someone to be maybe perhaps worthy of you opening up to in that way. When I have this Four of Cups energy though, you have to be careful about not being too daydreamy and wanting like the absolute best case scenario. That is just something that I always want to like give as a heads up with this type of dynamic of cards. It feels almost as if like if you get too daydreamy, I don't want to say your standards will get too high, because it's not that, but it feels almost as if like you'll be waiting for like a Prince Charming in like a very specific, like dramatic way, and that just isn't realistic, right? The Wheel card. So this is letting me know like at some point, Aries, you will have to take the driver's seat into your life and make the decision of being like, are you going to help this person? Are you going to connect with this person? Or are you going to keep it moving? With this Wheel card coming in, this is letting me know from Spirit that they're not going to be shifting anything in terms of this dynamic. It's kind of up to you to make some type of shift. They're kind of calling you into this leadership role. You can no longer be into this Four of Cups energy where you're just sitting here, in this Queen of Cups energy where you're content with yourself, right? I mean, I guess you technically can be just content with yourself. It's not necessarily a bad thing, Aries, but you know, then that kind of raises the question of why you're in this reading in the first place. There's obviously some type of reason that you want to work it out with this person. So maybe you have to just swallow your pride a little bit, Aries. Two of Wands in the inverted. So normally I feel like you're in your element, Aries, where you're feeling when you're by yourself, or when you don't have anyone else to rely on. I feel like that's when you're in your element. That's when you feel your most fulfilled. Also have the Queen of Cups as the back of the deck energy from the Necronomicon. So you're really like in this energy Aries, where it's like you're wanting love, you're ready for love, but it's almost as if you have to break down this extremely independent exterior that you have. Almost when you have a double Queen of Cups energy exuding out here, this is almost like that too fierce of energy, of where it's just like no one is ever going to want to connect with you or reach out to you because it just is like a little bit too severe. Perhaps I don't want to say too severe. They just extremely intimidating, right, Aries? And everyone finds anyone on varying levels of intimidation, right? So take that as you will. Two of Wands energy, though, as going back to that, I do feel like you're just kind of used to being by yourself, paired with that Queen of Cups, who usually also is used to being by themselves and happy with themselves. And so when it comes in terms of this connection, though, I feel like it's calling you out of your normal, natural element, which is a good thing. Let's see what's going on their side of things with that 10 of Wands now, Aries. Let's get some clarifiers. 5 of Wands comes in. So they may feel, I'm getting, Aries, just a little bit overwhelmed. I don't know if they're overwhelmed. And I feel like it's in regards to connections or some type of social anxiety. Now, I don't know if it's in regards to you. I don't know if this is like in regards to like, because keep in mind they are dealing with some type of baggage. So maybe it's like past connections or other connections that they have, Aries, that's giving them some type of baggage. So this could mean in terms of like just taking energy away and their focus away from connecting to you. This could be an energy of just them not being emotionally available right now until they handle this. This could be, it could be a lot of different things of like what's going on here. Let's pull some more clarifiers. Page of Cups. So they are wanting a new beginning, but I do feel like with this 5 of Wands, I don't know why I forgot the card for a moment. With this 5 of Wands, it's like they have to take care of this old baggage again. Then the song Bag Lady from Erykah Badu keeps on playing here, and I feel like that's kind of like the epitome of what's going on here with this person. It's almost as if they're self-aware that they have a lot of baggage, and they don't want to commit to this type of feeling yet until they work through this issue, right? And that's why on their side of things, rather, messed that up, that they are able to resonate with this 2 of Pentacles energy in the reverse, right? That's on their side, where they don't know what to really do, like what seeds to really plant for a good harvest, because they're so worried about or so still dealing with last year's harvest or last year's whatever. That's such a bad example since I'm not educated enough on it, but I feel like you know what I mean. They want to take care of their old baggage before they engage in something new, but this Page of Water is letting me know that they do want to engage in something new or deepen a connection in regards to you. Let's see one last card for them. Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, ultimately this is again where both you, Aries, and this person are in control and are like, it almost feels like Spirit's kind of hands off with this connection at this point, and kind of it feels almost as if I'm looking at like a science experiment from Spirit, that they're trying to see if both sides have learned their lessons and like, how they're going to maneuver. And almost this is like taking like a pop quiz almost, and trying to figure out what it is that you still need to work on before your final test, your midterm test or something like that. Does that make sense, Aries? And so I feel like this is just an overall test of a week. Now let's tap into this 7 of Pentacles energy real quick to see what's going on. Let's get some general advice in terms of this connection, even though I feel like we kind of already got advice already, Aries, in the sense of you kind of have to take okay, I'm never going to tell anybody, really. Me of all people should be the last to say it. I'm never going to tell someone to not own their energy, right? But whenever you have this extreme intimidation energy, there might be something to look at in terms of how you're presenting yourself. Maybe this person doesn't know how you're feeling. Maybe they are kind of like left to their own devices, and since they seem to have like some type of social anxiety, Aries, you have to keep in mind, even if you don't think you're being intimidating, maybe this person just finds you intimidating because of their own issues, and they're not trying, it's nothing to do with you. So maybe you have to just kind of like show the softer side of that Queen of Cups to them and see how they receive it, right? That doesn't mean you have to commit to it, but maybe, give them a bone, toss them a bone. That's what I hear. Toss them a bone. Now the energy between you two of Cups. So I do feel like, even though there's doubt in terms of what to handle or what to do in terms of this connection, Aries, I do feel like both sides want to link up and want to connect. But again, it just feels like almost as if with the Ace of Pentacles on their side, I really don't feel like there's too much you can do in terms of like forward physical action that you can do towards this person. I feel like all you can do is help them feel comfortable in terms of making a decision towards this Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles towards you, right? Make them feel like it's okay to do it at some point, but not feel rushed into it. Because keep in mind, you don't want them to rush into it with this past baggage going on here, Aries. Death and Rebirth card. So yeah, there's definitely the situation of where I feel like on both sides there has to be some type of rebirth effect that happen, or like death of an old situation, death of the baggage with them on their side. On your side of things, I feel like the death needs to just be, or the rebirth. We'll just continue on with the rebirth analogy. Changing things up and like, I almost just feel like changing your approach entirely, Aries. Just switch up your approach this week is what I'm hearing, and just see how you're received with a softer approach this week. And if that will help you understand and maybe perhaps give you some guidance on how to handle this connection. Six of Pentacles. Now this could be one of two ways. This could be like a naturally like two energies, once they link up, it's going to be an equal give and take. Or this could be like a sign of where it's like until you have this rebirth effect happen on both sides of things, it's not going to be like it's going to almost feel like an energy drain, where it's just like you're sinking a bunch of energy into something that's not going to be to like no avail in term until this rebirth happens, right? And I feel like that's on both sides. Even if this person were to pursue you, Aries, until you kind of get over this extreme independence, because that's what I'll call it. I don't want to say getting over independence, because everyone should be independent, but it feels almost like extreme independence with this. Work on that a little bit, because it's almost as I want to ask, why is there such an extreme exterior? Like, why do you feel the need to protect your interior so much? What happened there, right? Some deep diving that we could go into that for a completely different video, but you'll know what to do, Aries. Hopefully this reading was helpful. I do feel overall really good in terms of this energy, in terms of this connection. So I hope that this gives you some insight. If it did, please be sure to give me a like and subscribe. But until next time, Aries, I love you so much. Bye.